Hello, I'm Andy, and I'm going to read to you a program called Tell Your Love Story for the month of October 2019. For you coming from Taurus. So let's see what the cards say. And I'm going to tackle this card to talk to you about your first 15 days of October, should you find a new romance. And it says, yes, you can find a new romance for sure. And you'll have many benefits from this person as well. But this person will tend to be a bit dominating and a bit aggressive. So line that up as to be able to discuss this when you meet this person. Apart from that, it's a good card. And what about your ongoing romance if you should find one? And let's see. This is another good card to show that you can take the lead in your ongoing romance and your lead will be respected, except that you must take the soft approach. See that sign of the planet Mars there? It shows aggression, it shows a tendency to want control. Don't allow that to happen, and your ongoing romance is going to be very lucky and happy for you in the first 15 days of October. Now let's go to your marriage areas. And let's see what this card says for you. It's a very stable card. All it shows is that many of your issues can be easily settled. It's a very stable card and it says all of your issues can be very easily settled. So in your marriage area, if there's anything that you want to discuss, it is a good time in the first 15 days of October to do it. I can see the signs there of the sun, S-U-N, sun. So try to control any level of arrogance that might come from you and be very tolerant, and you will be able to handle things very nicely in your area of marriage in the first 15 days of October. Now let's go to the last 16 days and let's see what this card says about a new romance that you might find. And this, I might tell you, that is a card that is very worrying. Firstly, you might find a romance partner who has plenty of financial issues and is a lot of under stress and difficulty. Well, if you like this person you've just found, you'll have to find out and ask all these questions. And if you like this person, then you'll have to be very flexible with this person. But I would say that think twice because you don't want to inherit somebody who is loaded with financial problems. Now, what about an ongoing romance that you might have already going on in the last 16 days? This is a card of conflict, and it says there's enough conflict here to even break your romance that you may be having. So a lot of stress and anxiety is going to be seen with this card. So you don't want to be a person to bring in issues that bring all these difficulties. So tell yourself whatever you try and do, be friendly in these last 16 days of October where your ongoing romance is concerned. Now, what about marriage issues for you coming from Taurus? Well, is a card one side of peace, one side of ego, and one side of pushing your intentions too strongly. So find the middle road with your marriage partner that you may have. And that middle road will make you more friendly, make you a person more tolerant, and make you a person more flexible. And then the peace planets will be able to do much better for you. Now, I want to talk to you coming from Taurus about your lucky ages. There'll be some people from Taurus who will be extremely lucky, whether in areas of romance or marriage. And let's see what this card says. It's a wonderful card. And from this card, I'm going to say that if you happen to be the ages of 20 or 29 or 38 or 47 or 56 or 65 or 74, you're going to find that new romance that you've been wanting to want, and you'll be able to encourage your old romance to get very closer. And in your marriage, if you're married, you'll see that a lot of harmony will be seen as well. So it's for people of these ages which I've mentioned, they're going to be lucky in any of these areas. And if you are not mentioned of these ages, then you need to have a 90-minute session with me one day to tackle your next 7, 8, or 9 years in all areas of your life. And that's going to cost you USD $50. But first, let's talk about what color you're going to have. It's a toss between orange and green, and I'm going to go for green. And I'll say if you wear plenty of green in the month of October, you're going to attract a lot of possibilities of romance, and you're going to make your marriage very much happier. Is the color of peace from this card. The orange might be a little bit too aggressive, so don't wear orange, wear green, and you'll do very well. You'll do extremely well. Even the sign of Mars on this card, the sign of Mars on this card has got a green moon in there. So it's all about green. That's why I chose green. And now what about direction energy? So let's see what direction you can face to be inspired, to find a new romance or help your romance or help your marriage. And it's the card called the Wheel of Fortune, and it is in a positive direction for you. So I will say face east, and you will be very lucky. East is controlled by the moon and the Venus positions. That's for you people in Taurus. So face east, and you'll be inspired, and you'll be able to have that aura which will attract a lot of energy to help you in your romance or marriage. Now I'm going to go to who you can form an attachment to. And let's see for the whole month of October. And this is, I would rate this card as somebody from Cancer. I like the purpleness there. So somebody from Cancer is going to be very attracted to you, or you could be attracted to somebody from Cancer. Or if your ongoing romance partner is from Cancer, or your marriage partner is from Cancer, well, you're going to find a lot of peace and harmony with this person. And now what about, is this something new? Which will be luckier for you, the AM of the day or the PM part of the day? And from this card, I will immediately say that you will do better in the month of October from 12 noon until midnight, that part of the day, where romance is concerned and where making contacts to help yourself in the romantic area or even to discuss things in your marriage area. So go for the PM period. Well, that's my version for you of your love story for the month of October. I have a 90-minute session, and during these 90 minutes, I'll talk to you about your next 7, 8, or 9 years. That's going to be based on your date of birth, your time of birth, looking at your palms. And I'll cover a lot of areas. I'll show you how to get into the supernatural side of you. Some call it the soul, some call it the guide, some call it that force of energy that we have. And I'll give you your personal lucky lottery numbers based on your palms as well. Palms are very important to look at, because there can be thousands and thousands born on the same day as you and almost at the same time as you. But the palms are something nobody will have. So I will look into all these areas and have a 90-minute session, which will cost you USD $50. So send me an email to andyhoro9, ANDIHORO9, the number 9 at gmail.com. And I'll come back to you as soon as I can. Until then, it was a pleasure talking to you. Have a good month of October. Thank you and goodbye.